Good day, everybody. In this session, we will look at the website for the OFI system, and we will look at it from a perspective of what does it have and how could we utilize it. Just to be clear with everybody, this, as stated in the previous session, this is a website which is dedicated for the function of the OFI and the incident reporting, and you could get to it through the internal website inside the hospital or by visiting the URL stated in the previous sessions. So from the beginning, there is at the top there is a definition of what is the OFI and the acronym itself, and you can see from the top this is the home page and the calendar. We will use it as a tracking mechanism. The dashboard is for outcome of reporting, and you can see that clearly and it's open for everybody. The workflow of how the OFI is progressing, and the help document, user document covered in previous session, and then also the form of filling an OFI, and it's also covered in previous session, and we will quickly cover this as well. And you can get to the OFI by clicking this link or this link at the top. Now we'll start with the definition. Of course, this is opportunity for improvement reporting system, and it's the definition of the policy itself. It's inside the policy. Then we'll go through the what does it include, why do you need to report, what do you need to report, and these are the information that need to be reported. You can see different scenarios that need to be reported, and then the definition of sentinel event stated here, and then a library of documents are shared in this folder, so you'll be able to look at further detail about the system itself as a whole, and the user manual and other policy and procedure. At the bottom there is a way to add to the feedback of the statement itself. So what we're asking here is system feedback. So you could say the system is satisfactory, and the way to also put your suggestion for improvement. Coming back to the website itself, you go at the top, there is a calendar, and as we explained in previous session, this is a tracking mechanism for all the activities done on the OFI itself. You could see going back and forth into the days, you could have a clear understanding of the OFI that we are covering, and then what has been done on it. So it's been this is resend as a reminder. You can see the reminder sending email. The system is sending to everybody a reminder and waiting for the feedback from everybody involved party. So from here, there is no detailed information about what has been done. It's only the action driven from the system and the reaction done by the different parties. Even OFI that has been closed, you can see them up here. So by visiting this part of the system, you could understand what happened to your OFI, because you will receive an email about the number when you report it. The dashboard is further information about the system itself, and you could see very quickly how many incident has been identified as variance for the period that we are going through. And you see this is the outcome from the whole system from starting at the beginning, and also you can see the status of the different OFI in the system. 2,482 has been closed, and the rest is in progress or duplicated. So again, with the definition of segmenting those OFI, about 42% of them are for patient, and so forth for the other category. And also the outcomes of those OFI, majority of them are for incident trending. Some of them will have department correction action, and so forth. So these are the dashboard for the entire system across the whole timeline has been started. You can see from here the majority of the reporting is coming from ER and the other department that we have in the hospital. Also, there is a whole phase for the dashboard, statistical dashboard, and we will cover that in a separate session because those are related to the information that is critical and very important for the quality department. You can see that the system is running from 2018 and statistical information are covered to 2021. So those information are available and shared with everybody if you like to see them on the website. The other part is the workflow. We covered that part in previous session, that the incident reporting is done by staff, and then the system will receive it. It will be recorded in a tracking mechanism. It will email a notification. Depending on the type of the incident itself, the coordinator will act and involve the right people from doctors, head of department, and commenter. The system will remind and email alerting until the feedback is delivered. Then it will go through this cycle until the coordinator decides that this needs to be updated and marked to be completed or done, and it will go through a trending mechanism that will be handled by the quality department. As we stated also previously, help is available on the main website, and we gone through this document previously in the previous section. The last part is the OFI form itself, and this is typically the workflow, the form for the OFI, and you can see, as explained in the previous session, you can see that the incident date, and there is an explanation of how and what is that intended in Arabic and English. And the same thing for the location, and there is a list of locations that you could pick from, and all of them are mandatory, and also the source, and those are sources that need to be picked from, and so forth. And then if you like to involve additional, you have to put the name of the involved party, and then you could categorize what type of incident this is. Then also, does it include an injury, yes or no, and if it is, what type of that incident, is it a near miss or a variance or a sentinel event. And you'll go to the explanation, and there is a small help sentence or hint of what is that, and also the same thing for if this incident is resulted into involvement of a doctor, and who is the doctor. And then also, if you like to add somebody that will be informed about this incident as a supervisor or manager, you could put his email here. And then there is a very simple note to put the reporter himself as his email as optional option, and then you could submit it. So this is a quick demonstration on explanation about the website of OFI and how to access it. I hope that it will cover the need. If not, visit the other session explaining the OFI system to answer the question. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye.